Hey guys, 7W Rocks here, and this is my Q&A. My answers are here. I want to thank you guys so much for commenting, sending me your questions. That was really nice of you. You guys didn't have to do that, and I just really appreciate that. So thank you guys. Let's get right into it. First question, Cole Twerk. He asked, how did you get into YouTube, and what state do you live in? How I got into YouTube, I basically made my channel 7W Rocks just to comment on videos. I literally never expected or thought of doing videos, actually making them. And then finally I got the idea to start reviewing videos, and I did this channel where I freaking would type stuff out, and it wasn't my face, it was just me talking like I usually would, but just writing it, just typing it, and it was just a blue screen with words, and that channel sucked, and I got a bunch of subscribers, I think, not a bunch, but I got a good amount of subscribers from that, and then I started over, and then I made this channel, so there you go. And what state do I live in? I live in Texas, so thank you for questions, buddy. And next question, Tony Cause, I hope I pronounced that right. What is your first pro wrestling memory or memories? My first wrestling memories, I think my family was about to watch King of Queens or something like that, and right before SmackDown was on, and I remember it was Taker, I believe, was fighting, and he was fighting Triple H and Big Show. They were all in the match. That was the first memory I have of wrestling, and my brother was like, "Oh, that's stupid, it's fake, you know that," and I just remember it thinking awesome, but I never really thought, "Hey, let me keep watching this." So, but that a few years later, I would start watching. Joe Hernandez, thank you for that question too. Joe Hernandez asked, what made you start watching wrestling, and if it's no bother, what was the first match you saw? No bother at all. What made me start watching wrestling? I made a video about it. I think it was my 100th video. My cousin, he came over. He came from Ohio, and he was on vacation. He said, "Hey, let's watch Raw," and we were like, "Okay, whatever." We watched it, and the rest-based history. I'm gonna talk more about that day and during this Q&A. And what was the first match you saw? I believe it was a Divas match on Raw. But the main event I remember was Cena, Triple H, Seth Green, because he was hosting Raw versus Legacy. That's what I remember. And thanks for the question, Joe. Bretha35, I hope I was pronouncing that right. Do you have a favorite wrestler or wrestler that you liked who wrestled before you were born? Shawn Michaels, no doubt. Taker, maybe. Maybe Bruno, because, my dad's a big Bruno Sammartino fan. And he asked another question. I really like this question. If Bruno Sammartino, WWE's longest reigning champ ever, Hulk Hogan, put wrestling on the map era, Goldberg, Streak era, Ultimate Warrior, WWF First Run era, Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Attitude era, and John Cena, Super Cena, fought each other in their primes without politics, a la Hulk Hogan, LOL, I like that part, who would win? I kind of see Goldberg spearing everybody, to be honest. Like, I feel like Bruno would be like the big technical wrestler, but Goldberg would just spear him. So, but Stone Cold Steve Austin, I'd have to go with Stone Cold or Goldberg, but Bruno's the best wrestler out of all of them, I believe. Thank you for the question. The Swan99, go check out his channel. He does a bunch of animation, stop motion. What's your favorite movie? Forrest Gump, no doubt. Thank you for that question. L Giant 37303 asks, what are your top 5 wrestling pay-per-views of all time? Oh, that's a tough one. I wrote them out. I hope this doesn't make you mad. I basically did a bunch of previews that I saw when I first started watching wrestling, so I didn't go way too far back because I literally have not watched a bunch of wrestling pay-per-views, like every match consistently. So number 5, number 5, TLC 2010. I went to that pay-per-view, and that was freaking awesome. I loved it so much. Then number 4, WrestleMania 23. What was it? John Cena and Shawn Michaels. Yeah, that was it. That was the first Wrestle DVD I ever got, WrestleMania 23, and I really enjoyed it. WrestleMania 17 is number 3, The Rock versus Stone Cold, Undertaker versus Triple H. What could be better than that? Number 2, WrestleMania 25. That was before I started wrestling, but it was awesome pay-per-view, and I remember they showed it on They showed it on one channel. I forget what it was, but it was awesome. I remember watching and loving it. And then number 1, SummerSlam 2009, because that's what got me in. That's what made me stay into wrestling. That was the first pay-per-view I ever watched, and that literally made me start watching wrestling every day. After seeing that pay-per-view, I was like, I'm going to have to just start watching wrestling every day. Thank you for that question. His next question is, what is your favorite TV show? And he says, keep the great videos coming. Thank you very much for saying that. What is my favorite TV show? I like Breaking Bad, and then I liked Walking Dead. I don't like Walking Dead that much anymore. Breaking Bad would probably be it. I don't know. Something like that, yeah. And thank you for the questions. Shamar DBZ Lover X. I have not seen you comment on any of my videos. Thank you for commenting on this one. That means a lot. What wrestler do you think should be the next WWE and TNA champs? And how did you get the idea of starting a YouTube channel? Love your videos. Thank you very much. What wrestler do I think should be the next WWE Champion? Let's do that first. WWE Champion, Antonio Cesaro and Roman Reigns. I see them becoming next champs. TNA champs, Christopher Daniels all the way. Christopher Daniels and James Storm. James Storm held the championship for what, a week maybe, and then he versus Bobby Roode. James Storm, I think he needs to get that title run that he always deserves, and Samoa Joe too. Yeah, Christopher Daniels, Samoa Joe, and James Storm, I think. And how did I get the idea of starting a YouTube channel? I basically commented on videos of animations and stop motions. I basically did that. And I just commented. I gave my tips on videos. I talked about wrestling and stuff. And somebody gave me the idea of starting to do reviews. So I did that blue screen thing and typing. And then I got the idea of doing this channel. And I love it every day doing it. It's awesome making videos and you guys comment and stuff. Thank you for watching, guys. That was my Q&A, all the questions. Thank you for the questions so much. I really appreciate that. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of the answers I gave you guys. And as always, have a nice day. Thank you, guys.